This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
Political influence is at the center of conversations after the ascension of one-time governor and former Senator Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja as the 44th Olubadan of Ibadanland. In his inaugural speech over the weekend, the paramount ruler renewed calls for the creation of Ibadan State and even thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for agreeing to it. This morning, we assess the potential influence of such a politically exposed traditional ruler in the country. Joining the conversation is Honorable Wale Ajani, an ex-DG of the Oyo State Liaison Office. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on the conversation.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
How are you this morning?
We're doing fine, thank you. Just to start with, can you give us your reaction really to the statements by the Olubadan of Ibadan upon his ascension to the throne?
To the glory of God, His Imperial Majesty Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja is a man of very short words, and on ascending that throne that day, I think one of the first thing he made mention was passing a very humble request to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. We are asking that the Ibadan people want a state, which is the Ibadan State. Also, being the former senator and also a former governor, he also realized the fact that the power of being a king is more of development to his people. And we all acknowledge the fact that being Ibadan, being the capital of the old western region, hardly you see any big or successful businessman that does not have a property or business in Ibadan. So, and he's now saying that all of them needs to also contribute to the development of Ibadan. Now that he is the king of Ibadan, and he's such a very loving man. When he was the governor of Oyo State, we all know his antecedents.
Right.
We all know.
Mr. Ajani, forgive me for interrupting you. Can you talk to us about the Oba's call for Ibadan State? It wasn't even just a call. He said he essentially thanked President Tinubu for agreeing to give the people of Ibadan the state of Ibadan. Can you speak to us about that, especially when you consider that it's not in the hands of the president to declare a state?
Well, it's a process, and there's a legislative process that is ongoing at the moment. I recall that during the National Conference 2014, which is, the Oba himself was a member of a delegate. And I was also privileged to be a delegate, all of us representing Oyo State during that 2014. So it has always been our interest to have a state in Ibadan State. And what we were just trying to do at that point is also to lobby and also to make that request. Of course, it's not the president that will make it happen. And for the first time also in Oyo State, I think all our three senators, we have two of our senators out of the three coming also from, one is coming from Ibadan, but the other two, one from Oyo Town, the other one also from Okegu. They are all working together to make sure that we are able to get this Ibadan state.
Are you essentially saying that you think the Oba's past as a politician, one time former senator, former governor, do you think that experience will lend towards the actualization of Ibadan state? Does he have, would you say he has enough clout across the National Assembly to be able to draw that support?
Sure, because even when you see the hierarchies of people that attended this coronation, you know that the new Oba is not only commanding respect within the Oyo state, but across the board. And that will surely and certainly influence. This is the Oba that the president and commander-in-chief was physically present. It's not just that he was physically present, but you could see that they have been friends. Because when the president was a serving senator, they were both there.
Right.
So they have been working together for some time, and that means that they have been in the legislative arm together. They have also been in the executive arm together. So surely that will influence. That's a very great influence, and will positively.
Mr. Jan, my apologies again for interrupting. One of the points that has been made every time we've heard advocacy for the creation of new states anywhere in the country, right, is the question of viability. And I ask this respectfully of the Oba's opinion. Do you think that it is more about sentimentality versus practicality? Is it practical for Nigeria to have a 37th state as the state of Ibadan?
Yeah, sure. Well, in terms of viability, you can't take that away from Ibadan. When you look at our population, when you look at our areas of land, we have what it takes to have a state. And it's not been just that we are just either agitating for states so that it will be like, oh, we just want to have a state, but we have what it takes. It's a state capital for years. It was also a regional capital for since days of when we have 6 regions. So we have everything. I mean, through internally generated revenue, through farming, agriculture. Cocoa House was built, and when you talk about where also the premier university, where all the research institutes in Nigeria today, you will find it in Ibadan.
Right.
So we have what it is.
So, Honorable, as we wrap this conversation, I wonder if you can speak to us very quickly about the expectations for the 44th Olubadan. What are the Ibadan people anticipating that will happen now that they have an Olubadan?
Well, basically, we are expecting development. We are expecting so much in terms of peaceful coexistence of the Ibadan people. And because he's also a veteran politically, we are expecting to have a more vibrant political society. I mean, development in Oyo State. Then we are also believing that his enthronement will bring a lot of businesses, because he's also a successful businessman, and that all the sons and daughters across board, and also the revival of our cultural heritage, because it's also, we know him very well, with all the resources God has given him. He always put on Ankara.
All right.
So we believe that it's also going to develop a lot of cultural heritage within the Ibadan community.
Honorable Ajani, thank you very much for your time on this conversation. Our guest, Honorable Wale Ajani, is a former DG of the Oyo State Liaison Offices in Oyo and Abuja. Joining us to speak on the coronation of the 44th of Olubadan of Ibadan, former governor and former senator Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja now occupies this revered seat in Yoruba land, and he was brought to the seat over the weekend. You're still listening to Radio Now 95.3 FM Lagos, you're beyond the news station. We urge you to stay tuned. In a few short moments, our conversations turn to oil and gas and the latest out of this industry.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.